so hot in here. Unbelievable. Summer's here. We shouldn't moan, should we? Welcome back to the channel. I know it's been some time since I've made a video. I've been really exceptionally busy behind the scenes, doing all sorts of stuff. Anyway, welcome back to the channel and thanks for sticking with me. This video is all about Halfords Advanced range, just a selection of products that Paul went and bought. I didn't even know he was buying them. Paul Watson is a guy I do detailing with part-time. You might see him on Instagram, on my story. Check out my Instagram above. We're going to start with this stuff, ready to use citrus pre-wash degreaser. Now these are aimed at people that don't want to muck around with diluting products. They're not interested in buying bulk purchases, you know. They just want to get into the hobby maybe, then it's starting a new journey of detailing. Ready to use citrus pre-wash degreaser. We also have an active wheel cleaner, which is kind of like a fallout remover and wheel cleaner all in one. And then we have a high performance, excuse me, one moment while I mop my brow. So cool. High performance snow, that's not a tea towel by the way, high performance snow foam. Right, everyone's favourite snow foams, Instagram, and a high performance, we're talking about brake horsepower, high performance shampoo, concentrated, pH neutral. Now, we will talk about various snow foam lances, more about that later on in the video, right at the end of the video, including what I actually think about these products, and hopefully by the time we come back in here, it's cooled down. Go and grab yourself a large one, chuck a load of ice in it, put some lemon in it, put an umbrella in it, you're on your holidays, and roll the video. So here we go then, snow foam in a 2.5 litre bottle, and then the rest in 500ml form. That is the shampoo, citrus, and the reactive wheel cleaner. There is a load of products on the website. I'll put a link where you can get them from underneath, or you can go down to your nearest Halfords, walk in, drive there and go, can I see the advanced range please, sir or madam? Tell them I sent you. I'll probably throw you out. So this of course is a tree surgeon's truck. Of course it is, Paul. Everyone would know that. Yes, a tree surgeon's truck. Start by getting rid of all the crud, and then we're going to apply gunk TFR, believe it or not, in the arches and on the tyre in a powered pump sprayer. Don't ask how much that pump sprayer is. Very expensive. Reactive wheel cleaner, Halfords Advanced. Right, get this on a dry rim, squirt it into the barrel as well. Make sure you get it right in between those spokes and allow it to do its thing. It will start to change colour before your very eyes. Yes, we are using the gunk on the tyre to get rid of all the muck on the sidewall, and we're going to scrub out the arches. Meanwhile, while we're doing it, watch the colour change on the rim. So it's an all-in-one, it's a fallout remover and a wheel cleaner. Thanks Paul, I needed that. Bit of a squirt in the face from the Ava. So I've added some lubricant to my bristles, the Easy brush, or Easy brush if you like. That is the shampoo, that's the one we're actually going to be using. Chuck some in your bucket, just lubricates the wash media up a bit, helps prevent scratches. Top tip for you. And also we're using the RIMMATS underneath that tyre. Yeah, that prevents stones from being flung up into our faces and of course damaging the vehicle. So while you're watching me clean out these wheel arches, where on earth have I been? What's the excuse this time? Well, I had a broken laptop. Several viruses were found on the laptop. It then froze, it went blue several times and has been completely stripped and reset. It also paid a visit to the computer doctors, which was kind of a waste of time, and it cost me 180 quid, but it's back. How long it's going to last for, I don't know. But it's been really, really frustrating not being able to create content for everybody, and very, very stressful. Enough about stress, back to this. Chemical resistant Atlas to brush, that is. That's the soft one. The hard one is a little bit too harsh for black rims. Ooh, Rottweiler tea, lovely. Rottweilers swear by it. Citrus pre-wash degreaser in 500ml form. So you've got to be a little bit careful if you only get a 500ml bottle of this. So use it kind of sparingly. Lower parts. The lower parts is where the grime's going to be. It's where you're going to see it. Allow this to dwell. Give it a good 5 to 10 minutes. Just go around and spray the panels. Now, on a warm day, allow this to dwell, but don't allow it to dry out. It's important that you don't want to end up with streaks all over your vehicle, especially on single stage paint. Do not allow any chemicals to dry on single stage paint. We're lucky this has a clear coat on it. Nevertheless, just take precautions. If it starts to dry out, I'll give you a tip, and it's coming up very soon. You can coat it with snow foam, the pH neutral snow foam. So 100ml to 500ml of water. This is a standard lance from Arva. It delivers foam in a very different way to the other lances I possess. We'll talk about lances and how to deliver foam at the end in a little bit of a discussion. So stick around to the end of the video. All I'll say is this is pretty hungry, this lance. And it's quite bubbly. It looks like shampoo, but of course it's not. It's the snow foam. So while we're putting the snow foam on, we're sealing in the citrus, allowing for a greater dwell time, prevents it drying out, and it just wets it down. Don't worry about it getting diluted, because by the time we've put this on, it's kind of done its thing. It's softened up the grime. This is just a little bit of a blanket, if you will. Meanwhile, we've, well, we can only be described some shocking handheld footage. I decided to go in the vertical way to get rid of the grime. That's better, I was starting to feel sick. So you can clearly see the line there, which, yes, I did get rid of eventually. Too busy looking at the camera. So thanks to Paul doing this and me filming it, watch the side of the truck. What's the grime coming off of it? So this truck was in for a ceramic coating, believe it or not. You will see this truck in future videos. With some machine polishing being done. This of course is all the prep work. Pre-wash followed up by a 2-bucket wash or a 1-bucket wash, and then of course decontamination. But we're not here to do that today, are we? We're just going to talk about these things, the off-the-shelf stuff. And so far, pretty good. So next up is the high performance pH neutral shampoo. So 10 to 20 ml of this into a bucket, or you can of course put 50 to 100 ml if you're feeling generous into a lance. Yes, I know, it does rinse through products quicker. If you're going down to a 1-bucket wash, which is what we are doing on this vehicle, then this is the best way to prevent any form of wash marring. And of course we've got our lovely pre-wash which we did before to get rid of all the crud. So what's it like to use? I don't really talk about this at the end of the video, so I'm going to talk about it now. It's actually rather pleasant to use. It has a nice fruity scent. It doesn't die off, the foam doesn't die, and it's actually very pleasant. Got a nice glidey action. It's not overly lubricated, but it's just enough on these panels. And of course you can do funny lines like that and reach over and get a very, very wet midriff. And of course, no video would be complete without a rear badge shot. Nice one, Paul. It's been a while, but I remember, you see. So quite a hazy day, but fairly warm day. Still not going to let anything dry out. Once you've done that, once you've done your wash, you can then rinse off those soapy suds and get rid of it. Still wearing the Farmer Piles wellies there, after Paul told me off for drying my socks out in the front of his van. That didn't happen at all. So these are the results, and yes, it is a little bit damp in places. Super clean rims and a nice clean bodywork. All ready for the next stage, which of course is decontamination. Right, I think we're going to go back to the lounge and discuss what I actually think of these products. I'll see you in a bit. Okay, so what do we actually think about these products? We're going to start with the reactive wheel cleaner. Now, obviously we did our pre-wash or pre-rinse, flushing out the arches and giving them a good scrub with an all-purpose cleaner. Did all that, and then we work our way down to the wheel. Now, it's important to realise not to get the wheel wet, because this is a reactive wheel cleaner. It reacts to the grime and all the embedded fallout which is on the rim. So don't rinse them first. You'll get the best results on a dry wheel. Yeah, we don't often say that going in dry, do you? No. So really impressed by this, to be honest with you. Yeah, we did the tyre and we did the wheel arch with an all-purpose cleaner. Came up lovely, but this is actually really good. The amount this bled out, it just got stronger and stronger. And yes, it does smell. It's got fallout in it, or the chemicals which make up fallout remover, if that makes sense. And it works very well. It gets through all the grime and the wheels look really good. So that was pretty much a win. When it comes to this, loads of people are going to be on the fence about this, because ready to use products aren't to everyone's liking, because they tend to be not that cost effective. If you're starting out, then great, or you're going in for like a, you do your neighbour's car and you want to make a really good job of it and want to get it done fairly swiftly, then these are probably going to be the products for you. But you can't dilute this. It is ready to use and it works very well with this. This being the high performance snow foam from Halfords. Dilution rates are as follows: 100 ml to 500 ml of water. Now, depending on which lance you use, you're going to get different foam thicknesses. So if you want real strong, thick shaving foam, then grab an MJJC lance. This is the V3 version. Pumps in quite a bit of air into the product, thus making a nice thick foam, great for Instagram. If you can dial it back a bit, then great. Don't go too thick, because in my opinion, thick foams don't really work. They just look good on camera, but it will make that product thicker. The one we used on the day is this one, which is the standard Arva one. Gets through products very, very quickly, this does. It really rinses through them and it makes them a little bit watery. So yeah, although it looked fairly bubbly and foamy on the video, if you go for something like this, middle of the row, the premium lance from Arva, I've been using this quite some time. This tends to get it just right, right amount of foam, right consistency. So that's enough about Arvas and MJJCs, but that's just my opinion on lances. So overall, the products work very, very well. They're not to everyone's liking. Ready to use products aren't to everyone's liking, but of course you can dilute the shampoo, and of course you've got the snow foam. But these two, off the shelf, ready to use. Let me know what you think about these products. If you've got any experience using these, please let me know in the comments. Please interact. And also check out the podcast, Spec and Paul Talk Detailing. Search that on Google for your best platform. And I will catch you in the next video. Please like, share and subscribe. Look after yourselves. I think it's time for a cold shower.